Hello Capricorn and welcome to your October 2023 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. I think, first of all, we come in with the Hangman, but with the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups in reverse. So that right away is saying, Capricorn, this month, we're going to look at what love, unconditional love, giving of pure, beautiful waters. Pure, I say pure because you see the white flowers in the cups. They've been transformed by Scorpio. They've been purified. And the 10 of Cups, what it means to share, that's why there's a family, to share these pure waters that light passes through so easily that it creates a rainbow. To look at that from a different angle, there's something that this month you're going to understand about emotional vibration. The Hangman talks also of the 12th house in a sense of before arriving in Aries, if there are concept things, beliefs that we need to release, that we need to sacrifice, it is the time to do so. And in your case, it has to do with a certain vision, an understanding, a belief around shared, exchanged love. The second card, Knight of Cup in reverse. Like, I am not bringing my cup, and I am not seeing any cups coming towards me. So there's a disenchantment on what is in the cup of the other. So this speaks to the disenchanted Capricorns. But here at the end of the month, we have the star on the 4 of Cups. Look at all these cups. So you're being hit, even though, we are having the new moon in Libra. We're in Libra season that is ruled by Venus. That Libra rules the house of partnership, not just in business, but in love also. And here, the 4 of Cups is the very stubborn, been there, done that. I don't think that there's a cup out there that I haven't experienced. I'm going to look at what I've went through, be not satisfied, but not believe that there's more, which is the complete opposite of the star card, which is Aquarius, the water bearer, not keeper, that is willing to throw away all of the memories, emotional charges that are not benefiting her because she knows she'll be infinitely provided with new cups on demand. And that's why she doesn't feel vulnerable. She's not holding on to the pains. She cannot be hurt because her emotional ground is in ever flow. There's an understanding on that you're going to get. Under our Hangman, we have the King of Cups, which is all about the wisdom of emotion, owning one's cup, having this healed part, the way we act and the way people act towards us, it's with emotional intelligence because we're healed. It's thrown, it goes all the way grounded to the bottom of the sea. It doesn't get swayed by other people's crap and things like that, degrounding him in his self-love. And you're not waiting anymore. You've done enough choring and choring without any result. And here, the whole thing about the flowing of water being joy, peace, serenity, the receptacle to be able to get these vibrations. There's something that's going to click. Here, under our Knight of Cup in reverse, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Swords upright. I've been hurt. in my heart. I've drawn beliefs from that. And here I am not willing to even change my belief. I am going to remain in the choppy waters. I do not want to turn the page. I do not want to just keep the wisdom of the disappointments and the heartaches I had and leave the emotional charge behind me. This is kind of needed because there's an Ace of Wands here. That means that there's a brand new direction, passion that is floating over your head. But water alone cannot, fire alone needs to be planted, to be watered for it to grow. Like that's why it's represented like a branch. You need to plant the branch and water it for it to give you fruits at one point. There's a part of you that knows that didn't have any fruits for a long time. So right here, the hangman is just asking to turn all of that way of seeing things, understanding things on its head. Turn it completely around. Here, I have the Page of Cups in reverse. And then I have Libra and the Sun in reverse. So there's this lack of sun when it comes to partnerships and association. So of course here, Capricorn, I'm talking to the Capricorns that were disillusioned, anyway, that had disappointments, heartaches, and that keep the association of if I allow myself to bring my heart, I'm going to get hurt, or whomever brings their heart, they're bringing their crap. It's not on a beautiful, balanced sharing. I'm not getting anything out of it. And been there, done that. There's a defeatism around it. That's why it clashes with the star. We need to understand clearly, shine the light on how does justice work, how does balance work in partnerships. Let's clarify this and see, because this is going to be like the big questioning. Do I bring my heart or not? I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorns for the month of October 2023. All right, what is the hangman for? What does Capricorn need to look at from a different angle? Okay, here we have the Nine of Cups. Now, there's something we need to understand. Yes, partnership, associations, and things like that. A partnership will never be balanced or happy if not the two partners are happy within themselves, that do not need the water of the other, do not need the other to feel content, happy, serene in their self-love. This is being independent emotionally. And that's a big diversions from the usual speech of I am incomplete, I find my other, and then I am complete. But in spiritual understanding, you get that this is ruled by Venus. For Venus to be able to bring in a balanced relationship, she needs to be exalted in both parties. In business, in love, in friendship, in every association that we have. If I haven't transcended my emotions, if I'm more overwhelmed than anything else by my past baggage, I cannot have somebody bringing me peace, serenity, or all of that. And vice versa. I cannot be with somebody that hasn't cleared or that just needs me to be happy. That's way too much of a responsibility. So here, what does contentment and happiness doesn't mean I'm going to be alone, too bad, I don't want any love, I'm self-sufficient. That doesn't mean that. But it means being able to be with somebody because we want to walk side by side with someone, because we have the same goals, because we have the same visions, but not because we need to be loved. We have to know within ourselves we are loved anyway. So contentment and happiness is something that you need to look at from a completely different angle. What a true partnership, just balanced partnership is about. Let's look at the King of Cups here. Yeah, in relationships. Because here I have you in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, and this is when our world is imploding. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We've built it to a certain point, but here they're saying as long as you're not changing your view on what love is, you're gonna feel it more and more imploding. You look at that, you think, oh yes, it's a couple, it's beautiful. But this is a feminine and a masculine. It means my inner world is going to be mirrored by the outer world of other people. Masculine and feminine, visible, invisible, inner, outer. How I vibrate inside of me will be matched by the people, how they act towards me. If I am in my higher vibration, I am content and happy, passionate. Look at the red hat. Passionate. It's going to be mirrored. How people will act towards me, their masculine side, is going to be mirroring this. If within me I have heartache, I have disappointments, I have trauma, or certain beliefs about love, and that's where I'm vibrating. That's what the outer world will mirror with no judgment, so that I can take that distortion and transmute it into the medicine, or transmute it into gold. Here's the red lion, the winged red lion of the philosophical stone. It's transmutation. It's the process of transmutation. In one of the how to transform from one state to another. And here you have the two Calidus of Hermes. Through consciousness, through understanding, we turn a poison into medicine. We rise our consciousness by the experiences that we have. This is something that the man of Tao understands. King of Cups. He is grounded emotionally. No matter what is presented in front of him, his self-love, his well-being, his emotional state will not change because he's healed. but he will connect only with people that are of the same. And if he crosses a path with somebody that vibrates really low, or is just in anger and reaction or control or whatever, he will have compassion, but he will move on. It will not hurt him. And if in the past that's all you've known, here I have the Ace of Wands again. So the waiting is kind of over, but for that, in order to embark and start your next cycle of reality of what you want to build and all of that, your vision of what you want to build and all of that, your vision has to reverse. Your vision on what it means to be happy, to share water and happiness, 10 of Cups again. Shared happiness and joy, shared vibration, shared love. What is it? It's not the other one that gives me love and now I have love because he decided to give it to me. I am vibrating love, and if you can see it in me, of course, it's going to be a pleasure to be with you. But I am not dependent on whether you can see my lovable potential or not. We're just maybe going to mirror each other's capacity to see in one another our lovability, our light, our beauty, and so on. But it's not I am void of it until you decide to give it to me, and vice versa. There's something about that. Let's look at the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse for Capricorns. Ooh, okay. Well, he's in reverse because of the Three of Swords. That is right under there. And so we have anxiety, a bit of Five of Swords, and nothing is happening. Okay. When it comes to bringing one's heart, love, and all of that, it's not a positive trait as long as this is there. So we need to release these swords. These are beliefs that hurt our heart, that put a dark cloud on everything that has to do with bringing one's hearts forward. Not just in love. For some of you, it's following your heart, basically, you know? Three of Swords, Six of Swords. But since we had justice twice, relationships in general, and you know, you're in Capricorn, you're in relationship with the divine also. If you're disillusioned, disappointments and so on, at one point that can stretch all the way to the divine and the universe. But at one point we have to understand it can only give us what we can conceive. And if we stuck ourselves into what only we've known, it cannot give us anything else. Then it's the trap. All right. Hermit and the Ace of Cups. And here the Pope is in reverse. All right. The Pope is the discernment given by Jupiter. It's putting in action what we understand spiritually. So here, Hermit, your, let's say, daily, how I'm going to walk the next step, I can know that there's a cup in there, but I don't know how to apply it. I don't know how to make it happen. I don't know how to have that sovereignty in my life. So, what is that Ace of Wands? For some of you, you might be completely disillusioned with a relationship that you've had for a long time also. I have the Three of Cups. Here is my Hermit with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a lack of happiness, that's for sure. Three of Cups in reverse. Here, I need to follow my guts. I need to release the idea associated with the Three of Swords, abandonment, of not being enough, of having had sacrificed myself so much I don't even know what makes me happy anymore. How can I share my happiness? Name me 2 things that can make you happy. If you have a hard time answering that question, it's because you've sacrificed yourself so much that listening to your own passion is a distant voice. How can I have the fruits of life if I have never watered my garden with something I love? That could be the thing you need to switch around, and then being able to share it with others, and joy and happiness. So I'm going to put that here. Maybe that Ace of Wands would be here, the wand, because you see Hermit has the wand that would help to guide you on that path. The star. What is the star here? Creativity. Venus again. Here we have the Four of Wands. So at the end of the month, I wouldn't be surprised if you have this really inspired idea, insight of what is unconditional love. She's ruled by Venus. There's a lot of Venus present for you here. And either I keep protecting myself because is it going to turn out like the 3 last times or the 100 last times? Or can I trust my intuition, my inner light, my own guidance, and go towards it? Let's look at that Page of Cups in reverse. I think some of you will look at what inspiration, love, creativity, what it means to follow one's heart. If you cannot hear it, your Pope cannot apply it. If you cannot follow that little voice inside of you that knows better, because it's not limited to what you've experienced in this life. It's part of everything. So when it's trying to tell you something, I would say this month, open your inner ear. Let's look at the Sun in reverse on justice, so that the light can be shone on justice for you. If you think that the universe is unfair and all of that, that's going to keep being your truth. Knight of Sword in reverse. And that's the truth. Everything is a question of perspective and where we stand. That truth is hurtful. And here we have the Sun in reverse. And this is to clarify the justice and the Sun in reverse. There's a clarity that needs to come. And if I look at the 2 bottom of the cards, I have my Pope in reverse and the Sun in reverse. How do I apply that? This is a theory you're talking about. How do I apply it? How can I change my vision of all of the unfairness and the unbalanced I lived and experienced in my relationship and my associations, in my friendships and so on? And you want me to believe that there's a cup for me out there? Not a cup from something else. A cup that you will allow to happen within you. But for that, you need to have the clarity on how justice can work. And the only way justice can work is if Venus is exalted in every party. And it starts with you. So, my beautiful Capricorns, it's a real shift. Some of you, it will shift. Others of you, it's going to be that comeback during the month of what you've always known, what your mind is set up in, very strongly here. and the waves of water are gonna crash into that rock until you flip it around, until you open yourself to look at things from a different angle. So I'm gonna call it what is love, because that is something, probably one of the important questions for you, what it means. So on this, because it's there for you, it wants to come in. The universe is trying to bring it to you, but you might be a bit stubborn. It's okay. So on this, my beautiful Capricorns, I am sending you all my love and light. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if possible. If you want a private reading, of course, the description is below. Website, very easy access. Also, it is Shamain or Samhain, depending how you pronounce it, Halloween. It's a beautiful time, since the veil is thin, to be in peace with the people we lost or that are gone, with whom maybe we weren't able to resolve things. It's a good time to write them a letter, to converse with them, to send them the peace, the serenity they need and that we need, to allow ourselves to feel it also. So that could be a beautiful practice. And it's right near the full moon partial eclipse in Taurus. So fellow earth sign, to bring back the beauty, the joy, the exaltation of being here. So on this, my beautiful Capricorn, all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.